Whoops. 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 I'm sorry. I got too excited. Wait a second. Yeah, we actually had the pro draft going. Whoops, my bad. Wait, that's not the pro draft. What happened? 1 second. Mm-hmm. I got a little bit too into the brain. Wait, I actually don't know why we're not looking at pro draft right now. Oh, that's because there it is. Okay. Whoops. Look at that. Pro draft. Haha. Who's playing next? Canada! Yeah, right now we have CA Top versus Comfy Gaming here. We see that they actually got right into the pro draft. I thought that we were still waiting for someone. That is my bad. Let me also undeafen so that we can hear my co-caster. Hello, co-caster. What's
Hello.
up?
How's
Hey.
it going?
Hey, what's good? How's it going? How are you? We have, oh, dude, every single time. Jaga?
Yeah, Jaga.
Okay, yeah.
Jaga, any way you want to say it is probably a-okay with me. I
Okay.
will respond to it. So, yeah, we are jumping right into this draft. We see a wide variety of sort of jungles and supports targeted immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Jax being taken away as well. So, really solid kind of standard bans that you can sort of foresee coming. We see a lot of priority being given to the bot lanes already. I imagine that is either Talia support or an Annie support. Again, we might see a curveball, but both bot.
I have a
Yeah,
little
but
bit of insight because I know some of these players' accounts. I know that there happens to be an Annie one trick on Say It Top as well as a Talia jungle one trick. So I have a guess of where those Talia and Annie is going. I think that's an Annie mid and Talia jungle, just based off of the one tricks that are on that team.
ooh, very interesting. But yeah, we see bot lanes, the AD carries are locked in. We have Caitlyn and Aphelios making sure that
Hmm.
we will be scaling into the late game for
Yes,
sure, for sure.
yes.
Very standard picks coming out from Comfy Gaming here. We got what I imagine is going to be a Galio mid, a Lulu support, and the Olaf jungle, which we saw just completely dominate last game, uh, is also coming through. So we see bot lane locked in for CA Toph as well. The Canadian Wonder team is uh, kind of showing their solo lane hand and looking to maybe counter pick top, but they don't have that ability. So I think in terms of what CA Toph want to do is very interesting. They don't exactly have a very strong team fight when compared to Comfy Gaming's Ross team. So they're definitely gonna, I think, want to settle into a 1-3-1 with Talia and Annie in the side lanes and the Malphite sort of bolstering the Nami and the Caitlyn in the mid lane. I think that's the comp that CA Toph is gonna go toward. Whereas Comfy Gaming, they got a really nice engage on Galio, Aphelios scaling to Oblivion, Lulu just making sure that Aphelios and all of these sort of tanky slash bruiser characters are staying all topped up on their health. And the Silas is going to be a very, very nice counter pick to this Malphite, just stealing his ult and getting the engage. So I'm really liking Comfy Gaming's draft that's coming out here. They have very clear identity, very clear tools. But we'll see if CA Toph is able to surprise us with just maybe some individual outplay. What do you think, Etoe?
So I'm concentrating on multiple things right now. Uh, yes. I'm so sorry. I'm doing like a million things behind the scenes. I apologize if I missed that last name. You said individual outplay could help which team?
CA Toph for sure. There's
Okay.
definitely room for that coming from CA Toph, whereas Comfy Gaming has much more of a stock standard kind of.
I see what you mean now. I see. Like more team fight oriented on the side of Comfy Gaming with like the Olaf and the Lulu and the Galio type of thing. Whereas you have some like things that are maybe going for like more just individual outplays on the side of CA Top. Maybe try to take advantage of their experience on those champions, like the one trick Talia jungle or the one trick Annie mid, see how they perform on those champions type of thing.
For sure, for sure.
Mm.
So, I think just as a whole, Comfy Gaming's comp is really familiar. A lot of people like it because, I mean, it's something that you might see in LCS. I mean, this
Mm.
is something that TSM could probably whip out if maybe Broken Blade were a little more adventurous with his champion pool. But
Does Flame LC has just throw a little bit of shade to his Broken Blade here in the middle of the cast. Okay, nice.
I mean, he's not my favorite top laner by any means. C9 win, but well, not recently, sadly, but we're still chugging along. But yeah, we are slowly getting ready for this game. I am hyped because kind of every game so far in the week one starting out has been re- a lot of teams have shown dominance, and
I agree.
I understand that some teams may not have their rosters like 100% together yet, but from the dominance that has been shown, I'm really looking forward to next week when some of these teams that have just absolutely crushed their week one series comes head to head, and we might get to start seeing some more interesting series play out.
Very, very true. And these two teams are teams that did submit a bio, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Since we
So
actually have, if anyone doesn't know, we actually have the creator and the writer behind those bios here in the booth with us, the one and only Jaga. So, if we wanted
thank
to,
you very
I know
much.
you didn't get a chance to read all of them yesterday, but I am aware. And it's just you and I here, so we can, while we are waiting on this 3 minute delay, this may be a chance to tell us a little bit of something about these two teams,
For sure,
if
for
you have
sure.
those pulled up.
I do have them pulled up actually. So we'll start with CA Toph. Hailing from the largest country in the Western Hemisphere, CA Toph is here to represent Canada in BTL Season 9, proudly wearing the maple leaf flag on their backs, despite not being from Canada at all. This group of friends has entered the tournament to let everyone know they are here to win. CA Toph is Fishing Frenzy in the top lane, Alexis in the jungle, Debay as the 80 carry slash mid, Ember in the 80 carry position, and Morchi in the mid support position. All of them are experienced players and will be striving to use this and their synergy as longtime friends to freeze the competition like a winter in the Yukon. CA Toph is seeing Crimson as their goals for this season are to bring the BTL title home to Canada.
I love it. I love it.
And for comfy gaming, shooting to feel snug in a sweater of victory here in Season 9 of BTL is comfy gaming. A team that found each other through League forums and Discord servers, this team from all over cites a strong love for the game and competitive League as what brought them together. Starting their journey in BTL after their previous League regrettably dissolved mid season, they aim to keep the consistency they found there going this split. Comfy Gaming's cozy roster is Wormboy as the manager, but I do believe we see him. Oh, no, we do not see him.
Yes, yes, yes. He's
Usalia
purely a manager.
Usalia as the coach, the Boz 800 in the top lane, Oposin in the jungle, Carson in the mid lane, Lazy Sky, or is that's what I'm going to assume is his name, and the 80 carry position, and Lord Polk as the support. Comfy Gaming strengths lie in their confident and consistent communication and shot calling from Lord Polk. Top lane dominance from the bot, as well as top lane dominance from the Boz. At ease with reaching for the stars, Comfy Gaming wants to win it all this season, believing they have the team and determination to do so. Without further ado, we have a minute left, and I am really looking forward to this series, Ito.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I always love to see, and also you can see whenever we read those bios, whenever those bios were submitted, the starting lineups have changed a little bit. So I know on the side of CA Top, I've been talking to them. I actually played a game with them last night. I played, I think, with all these players except for Naughty by Nature. I don't think that she was there, but she is there now. And so I played with them, and I know that Loveless Shadow and Fisher Frenzy and Debay are BTL veterans. They're people who have come from previous seasons. Loveless Shadow, that is Alexis. She's had a team for the past 3 seasons. I think she first had her C. I think she first joined BTL season 7, and that was when she had her first team. And now they've been going with the CA stream and CA top. It always has something to do with Talia in some way, shape, or form, and also with CA. But the CA went from representing California to representing Canada. I think it's a pretty good meme. But yeah, they're a cool group of people, and they've changed their lineup. I know that they had a few people that said, I think Morchi unfortunately wasn't able to play, so they did bring in Peachy, and they brought in Naughty by Nature, some people that Alexis knew. I think from a Ladies of League tournament, she said. So yeah, very cool. Also, Naughty by Nature is currently, I think, streaming with like the same viewership that we are. If you want to go check her out, I forget what her actual Twitch is, but if you're in our Discord, then you can find it very easily. I think they're streaming from their perspective with the delay. But and oh, we are in game. Let's see if I can pull up the in game screen correctly. Hold up. Bam! Look at that. We did it. So here we're gonna go ahead and show these mastery points just so I can show you who is on their one tricks. And as you can see, there is a lot of mastery on the side of CA Top. CA Top definitely brought in their one trick. You see, over 1,000,000 points on Annie is the Peachy, about 400,000 or so on the Talia. And I think we saw about the same thing in the bot lane there. So definitely some one tricks and some people on their comfort champions on the side of CA Top. And Comfy Gaming kind of going with the more competitively viable team comp, and we'll see which is the better strategy. Should you play towards your comfort, or should you play towards the individual champions that you guys know and love? I think we'll see. Maybe that'll become a theme in BTL in general. That kind of is a theme in BTL in general. We'll see how that works out for them here.
I mean, we still see a lot of comfort picks coming out from the side of Comfy Gaming as well. Definitely a team fight oriented comp, but let's cheeky little blue side ward coming in from Comfy Gaming. Uh, they're gonna be able to spot out this jungle Talia's pathing wherever she chooses to roam. But yeah, pretty typical start coming from both teams, just lining up, getting ready for the minions to spawn. And who do you who do, who do you have for a favorite in this matchup, Ito?
You see, it's tough. Hmm. Team comp wise, it feels like I should just vote for like the red side team comp. I think their team comp may be better in general, but I'm gonna have faith in the one tricks. I think at this elo of Amateur League of Legends, being on your comfort champion really makes a big difference. And I also kind of know them better, so I'm gonna vote for CA Tough for now until I get proven incorrectly. I mean, just like I voted for Mama Mentality the last two games because I know them better because I made that team. So I could be wrong, but we'll go ahead and go for a little bit of bias here. I'm just see some of the old BTL veterans. I mean, but Comfy Gaming, they seem super cool. I love their. I mean, I don't have their logo pulled up right now, but like their logo's super good, and I like the captain. Whenever I talk to him, he's also a streamer, I believe. I've seen him in stream a bit, so I like their team. They seem like a cool group of people. They don't really talk in BTL much, but from what I've seen so far, they seem pretty cool. They have definitely not got on my nerves like some other teams in BTL. I'm not going to say no names, but. So yeah, and look at that. We're gonna see, and also in Defiance, I mean, is on Comfy Gaming, and he was casting here in the booth just a few minutes ago. So got to give a little bit of love to In Defiance, someone who's come in and has done some shoutcasting for us, and just had a
Do
very
you
good gank in the top lane. And also, he's a super good, like he's a very, just talking to him, you can see that he's a very cerebral jungler. He really thinks about the game on a high level, and he really thinks about jungle on a high level because he was talking about the pathing of Just Caramel last game the entire time. So we'll see how he does whenever he's on the stage himself. But he was saying that he doesn't know if he can step up to the plate of the pathing that Just Caramel had. But I'm sure he'll still have a very good performance. I think he does have the elo advantage in this matchup going up against about a platinum level jungler. And he's a diamond level jungler. So we'll see how this works out for him. Also, we saw that maybe he took some influence from Just Caramel last game, playing the same champion that Just Caramel just played with that Olaf pick. So we'll see how that works.
For sure, for sure. And that really early gank was sort of important in just making sure that Silas feels comfortable in his lane, because Malphite actually has a lot of early game power, despite not being as strong as he could be on the engage. We might see a steal coming here from Loveless. Oh, first
Oh!
blood!
Oh! Okay!
Kills
CLK
going back and forth.
Alexis finding In Defiance. Oh, what a tragedy if you are In Defiance. That's really unfortunate, but able to find him out on the blue buff there and nets a kill.
Yeah, but as we saw, there was a return kill in the top side. Silas
Ooh, true.
just returned the go button, but now without any summoners, this could be a return kill.
The boss. Oh, he's fast now. Oh, he's slapping. Oh, there goes the
Oh,
flash.
flash burn.
Uh, 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 uh. Oh, looks
One
like
more
he's gonna.
Q would do
He's
it.
gonna live. He's gonna live. Silas flash.
Oh, we see In Defiance rotating up here, but Alexis is matching it.
And Alexis has the buffs and some damage.
TP burned by the boss.
Gonna look for Alexis here. The axe does land with the slow, but Malphite is here as well. Gallo is rotating over from the mid lane, and he may be able to make it here as well. Both mid laners look like they're gonna make it to this fight, maybe a little bit too late. We're gonna see Fishy Friends are gonna go really low here. Gonna try to case if they can kill in Defiance. There goes the flash to finish off the kill in Defiance, and here comes the mid laner, and he's gonna get really low there. And he does have the stun up. The stun is going to land onto the Silas, and then we'll have something from Talia, but Talia is on nothing but worked ground. She can only throw a single rock every single time, but now she isn't on worked ground. In case he try and get some damage onto the Silas that is running up. The Silas is going to try to dash, going to land the stuff. There's going to be a lot of healing coming out of the Silas, and then the flash from the Galio and the W is going to give the shutdown over to the Galio. 450 gold. Very intense fight that in the end ends up, I think, being in favor of Comfy Gaming.
For sure it ends up being in favor of Comfy Gaming, and it definitely helps close that early gold lead that they were kind of threatening to snowball. Really solid extended fight, which is kind of what Silas wants, even if that's not the— oh, wow. Lots of poke coming out here from DeBay. But In Defiance is answering in kind. This might be a dead Caitlyn. Very— oh, In Defiance gets chunked very low there. And I would like to call attention to this bot side, because while top side is getting— I mean, he is like 10 CS down right now. Bot side is 20 CS up just from pressure alone. DeBay has been able to use his poke to like really dictate how this lane is going. And they were able to evade potential disaster there from that In Defiance gank. And who do you think you want more resources on in this game? The Talia jungle and the Caitlyn bot, or the Silas top Etoe? Because I'm saying you want it—
you just said two people versus one. So I mean, I guess the two people. I think two people may be pretty strong, but I mean, Silas is an outrageous character, to be fair. So I mean, probably the Silas. Because if you focus it all on the Silas, I think that's a little bit difficult to say. Ooh, not gonna be able to catch In Defiance, but is going to pressure him away from this scuttle.
But here we see where the comfort picks are really starting to kind of make themselves known, because we have a 20 CS lead in the mid lane. Right. We have the gold lead has been closed in the bot side a little, but we also have a relatively big—
ooh. Oh, Tibbers
Pog?
Peachy, I don't think Tibbers is going to be able to do it. Up here
oh
on the top
no!
Side. Silas with the Malphite ultimate. Go ahead and steal. Oh, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? How does he not get that kill? He didn't get the kill. Oh,
I think that was actually really smart. I think that was really smart because Talia was about— is Talia level 6? No, Talia's level 5. If Talia was level 6 and Silas doesn't
he may get the kill either way. He gets the kill either way.
Classic. But yeah, really close game we're seeing coming out from CA Toph and Comfy Gaming. Yeah, it's looking to be a nail biter. The dragon is up. Both teams have vision on it, so it's not exactly something that is on the table yet. But DeBay just continuously pressuring this bot lane. In Defiance is going for the dragon, but bot side will be able to rotate. However, the numbers advantage is in favor of Comfy Gaming as of right now, but I think the pressure is still too much from DeBay, because he is looking very strong on this Caitlyn.
Ooh.
That's a solo kill!
Oh, the Lulu ulti.
Lulu ult saved Aphelios. For sure. You know, I'm actually surprised this Talia jungle is kind of out jungling an Olaf this much. While Olaf has been able to make himself known in the top side and sort of pitch up a little bit of a tent there, making sure that his Silas is going to be scaling up, he is down 10 CS, and especially critically 2 kills. And CA Toph are going to feel really comfy in just taking this first Drake and establishing some solid objective control.
Yeah, I would say if I was, I think that first blue, I think that steal and kill at blue buff earlier was honestly just huge. I think that just threw the favor so much in favor of the Talia, along with the pressure on the top side that Talia was able to match. We're going to have a very good, some Talia things here. Well
Oh,
executed. That's going to force them to flash over the wall, not to be able to pick up the kill here. But in fact, going to have to flash out of tower range, but still forcing the flash out of the Lulu, continuing to let Caitlyn and Nami continue this pressure in the bot lane. And yeah, but okay, but we have some return stuff happening on the top side, the maximum objective control here.
and Comfy Gaming are going to answer this with a Rift Herald of their own. They know that Talia just burnt everything topside. There's no way she can answer to that. So really nice response there from Comfy Gaming, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
There was no vision on Rift Herald either, so that was just as free as it could get. And now is kind of an opening for Comfy Gaming to maybe strike back, because they know Talia's down a lot of some key summoner spells and her ults. They know that Caitlyn is, well, Caitlyn hasn't burnt anything, but Nami ults, which is also a really key engage tool, is down as well, and sort of a disengage tool. Lulu able to just ult off the... Oh, TP coming in from the boss. That is a
Ooh.
clean kill, and he'll be able to use Nami ult against the Bay. That's a shutdown.
Ah, Silas going ham here. Absolutely massive.
Wow. Oh no, Peachy.
Probably still going to be dead here with a lot of CC. That's going to be a double kill. Now the Silas is absolutely huge. Now 6-0 in 2.
Okay, so this is where things go from good to great for Comfy Gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and go from okay to ooh, kind of yikes for CA
Yeah,
Toph.
very, very,
They
very
are
true.
down 2k gold essentially, and a lot of plates are going to be given up just because Peachy isn't there to respond to Galio pushing. Malphite coming in, but he's at a level disadvantage, so he can't do too much there. And a lot of key summoners burned from everyone on CA Toph and just trying to get out of that fight that they didn't want. That was a really clean engage from Comfy Gaming. Silas knew exactly when to TP, and that was just honestly synergistically a really solid play. Oh, but CA Toph get the first turret of the game, doing their best to wrap up this gold lead, but another continued gank,
Ooh.
and they could just dive to Bay here and further shut him down. Okay, but they'll pay respect. They'll pay respect. Or will they? Debay has to defend this turret. Honestly, this was a really nicely timed engage from Comfy Gaming as well. Just sort of piling on to this slowly scaling Caitlyn in the bot lane, matching the turret destruction, because there's no objectives up for Comfy Gaming to take right now. And in fact, Dragon's going to be up soon, and Comfy Gaming is in position to just take it. The lead that this Talia had sort of built for herself in the early game is non-existent now, because, I mean, Malphite is so far behind. Peachy died once. Each of these sort of important carries that you have on Comfy Gaming are very well set up to just scale into the mid game, which is where this comp is going to hit their spikes. Uh, Really solid gameplay here, just around the 15-minute mark from Comfy Gaming. What do you think, Etoe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they've done a very good job of because I think like early game like they got the some like little cheeky stuff kind of got CA top ahead, but they've done a really good job of like first of all the Silas room I think earlier was absolutely massive. The Silas coming down to the bot lane and picking up all those kills was just absolutely great. And they played very well around the Silas and making sure that he got those kills as well. So and he's just doing just I think I would say he's really being an MVP that's making this team look absolutely amazing right now.
Ooh,
Oh, I like
engage
that.
onto. Oh,
Taking the
okay.
Malphite ulti and using it well.
Yeah, this is when CA Toph really wants to disengage because they don't have their jungler. They really have realistically no way to contest this.
Right.
They are down 2k gold. It's 10 kills to 2. But I think the way Comfy Gaming wants, or sorry, CA Toph wants to play this to sort of get back into the game is sort of look for when Silas has a suboptimal ultimate, which is going to be kind of hard because there's a lot of ultimates on this team that Silas really likes, with the assassin potential from Caitlyn ult, the CC coming from Malphite and Nami ult,
Yeah.
but oh, okay. So this is really solid. They're just grouping up ASAP and looking for a
Ooh.
fight.
Huh, but that did not go in the favor of CA Top there. They engaged the fight, but they were the ones that died.
Mm-hmm. And that's just sort of comes from being as far behind as you are right now. Yes, it was a good call to group up and take
Hmm.
this mid-tier 1. That does open up a lot of options for you in terms of engages, but they just didn't really follow up on this Malphite, and Debay was kind of just in melee range taking everything, whereas there were no other options for like defense for
Hmm.
CA Toph. And now this is going to be another Rift Herald going the way of Comfy Gaming, really solid flipping this objective control into their favor. And we're going to want to see them use it in the next like I want to say 2 to 3 minutes, maybe to get this mid-tier 1 down so that they relieve some of this map pressure that's coming through their mid lane. Because I think CA Toph is in an advantageous position because at least macro-wise right now, because they lost both of their outer lane turrets, while that does enable a lot of flanking potential, which is something that is going to look really good on the Sylas if he has, say, Nami ult or Malphite ult, the map pressure that's coming out from the mid-tier 1 is such a key early objective and
It
mid-game
is.
objective
Definitely
that
is, yeah.
if you're able to like hold that much space, it really just bodes well and it really allows for an avenue back into this game.
But it looks like the tier 1 for CA Top could be falling here as well.
And this is a prime time to use that. Okay, stealing
Interesting.
away the blue.
Yes. Like, yes, you're right. This would be a nice time to use the Rift Herald. But first,
Blue buff, the more
mhm,
important objective.
right.
Gotta get that mana onto the Silas for sure. And
Well,
actually,
now
I
they could push
think
2 lanes, I guess.
hmm And the boss is just going to be a really obnoxious side lane that CA Toph has to find a way to contend with,
And yeah,
whether
they don't
that's
have a singular person that can do it either, right? Like,
not
anyone
by
that does it will just
themselves,
die, yeah.
but if they dedicate enough resources to shutting down.
Well, let's
Oh,
see.
this might be it. There's CC. The
Nice.
shutdown.
Ooh,
That is huge.
1,000 gold going over to the Annie. So they did catch out. So I think that Company Game kind of misplayed that there. I feel like they should have been able to pressure mid while they sent 2 top. Like if they have the Rift Herald, which hasn't been used yet, then I think that that was an opportunity to like I don't think they should be able to do that for free in top lane.
For sure. What Comfy Gaming was doing there was they were looking for a mid lane fight to sort of just really snowball this lead,
Yeah,
but
and
in
now they're
doing that,
doing
they
it.
kind of gave up. But Malphite's here. He's able to take out the 1-for-1.
Oh, and Caitlyn has some Nami bubble slows, but we're gonna have the Lulu ultimate. But there goes the Malphite ultimate. into the
Oh,
bubble that's going
Silas
to
is coming
be.
in.
And do we see the teleport coming in? That is going to be a pretty good trap placement. And she, okay, taking the Nami ultimate, going to use it on the Nami. Very, very appropriate.
Oh.
We do see Caitlyn with some pretty good traps here. Annie does have stun, but is not able to stun the side. Wait, I don't think that did stun the Silas. Yeah, so
No, it
Silas
did
coming
not.
in here, still very, very huge.
It's because he dashed into the W, and I think that somehow made it miss.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I was very sure. I was like, oh, the Silas was not stunned apparently.
I thought that was actually a really nice fight from CA Toph coming out.
Me too.
Um, but the boss just came in there and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm still an 8-1 Silas.
hmm
you think you think this is gonna phase me? One shutdown?"
Yeah, they definitely, and I was about to say they definitely need to get some anti-healing. They do have on the Caitlyn. Caitlyn does need to be hitting Silas, so you can't, because Silas heals like a maniac.
For sure. But we're seeing a whole lot of healing reduction actually coming out. Oblivion orbs from both Talia and Annie, and
Uh
the
oh.
Executioner is culling. But
Goodbye, Nami.
oh no, feels bad, man.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be mid tier 1. They're probably, oh no, they won't get the second charge off.
So
But
who's gonna
yeah,
deal with Silas? Here's the thing. We see some pinging for assistance, and he will be spotted on a ward as well. And then
mm,
Silas will just be backing up. Okay.
I don't think that Silas is at the point where Talia and Annie can't 1v2 him, but he is definitely going to be a significant problem if he's just allowed to get as many kills as he want. This is something we saw in the Cassidon game with Dupus. If you're on a hyper scaling champion like Cassidon or like Silas can be, which is really scary to deal with, if you just let them get kills with impunity, there's really nothing you can do all game long. So I really liked the dedication of resources when the boss was split pushing top lane. I just kind of want to see that repeat of dedication to
Uh oh,
resources and just
Malphite.
further shutting down the boss as
Run! Okay. He was like, none of that. None of that. He's out of there. Not by myself. Have me roll back with my
no, yeah.
friends, though.
And that could have been scary because if the boss gets Malphite's ultimate, which I don't think he had his ult up just at that moment, the hijack,
Hmm,
if the boss had that up, they could, Comfy Gaming could just instantly say, "Hey, let's look for a fight. Let's look for a fight and then
pretty
just
much, yeah.
get as many objectives as we want."
Very true.
So, really solid, and we're starting to see some nice defensive vision coming out from Etoe, which is kind of just letting them know whether Silas is hidden lurking. Excuse me, hidden lurking in the jungle.
hmm
But this 1-3-1 comp that I've been highlighting, which Etoe is sort of trying to get themselves into, just has not been working out for them. And
Ooh,
yeah,
there it is. Bye.
uh,
Malphite ultimate with AP scaling. Goodbye.
yeah. I mean, this has really just been kind of the Silas show. This is
hmm
like, I want to make a WWE comparison, but I don't watch enough WWE. But yeah, this is definitely like Silas is the big bad heel, and this is at the point where just the good guys or the faces are not at all in position to get like anything done. They will
They're
spot
gonna
out the
try
boss
and
in the
kill
push.
the Silas. We're gonna have a big fight coming here. Here comes the Galio 2. Galio's gonna come down and knock up 3. And now Carson is unstoppable. And the boss is coming back for the killing. Gonna kill Fishing Frenzy. Naughty's gonna get run down. I think the Annie's gonna be okay. Annie is going to avoid getting stunned there and will live, and Nami will live as well. And now they're gonna rotate back over to the Baron, but they are very low. But maybe they have just enough HP to do the Baron if they don't get pressured. We do see that the Caitlyn is here with the Caitlyn ultimate going to hit onto somebody, but they will be able to finish the Baron. Annie's gonna try to come in here and try to see if she can pick up a kill. Will not be able to pick a kill. That will be a kill going over to the Boz. The Boz now on the Nami. Nami gonna try and throw the bubble behind her, but the Boz did not get hit by that. Gonna do a little quick blue buff in the bush, but that is going to be the Baron buff going over to Comfy Gaming. Up 19 to 7 and 6K. I think they are in pretty well positioned to try and close this game out with this Baron. Maybe not with this Baron, but they're going to get very. They should get a lot off of it. They're in the
No,
winning
yeah, for
position with the
sure.
Baron for sure.
For sure, for sure.
And the
And
size is pretty big actually.
no, he's huge now. 10-1 with Spirit Visage. I mean, it's really just down to Caitlyn now to be the only real threat to this Silas
Right.
because Spirit Visage is going to be, and the Merc Treads are just going to be negating so much damage that this Talia and this Annie do. But I mean, I liked the engage from CA Toph there. It was definitely the kind of an opening you were looking for. You just wanted somebody to get onto Carson because while we haven't been talking about it, Carson's 5-0 on Aphelios.
Yeah,
And
you
when you're
see,
5-0 on
whenever
Aphelios,
I just said that the Silas is really big, actually, I actually meant to say the Aphelios is really big, actually. I think the
yeah,
highest ranked player in this game is Platinum 2. Yes, I believe so. I don't think there's actually no. In Defiance is a Diamond player. I'm not sure if he's currently
yeah.
in Diamond, but he's counts as Diamond from his last season.
I'm pretty sure he's D2.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I saw that.
I don't think he's D2. I don't think in Defiance. I think he's like D4, D3.
Okay. But yeah, they got the shutdown on the Silas, which is
Mhm.
cool. But now 4 members of
Right.
Comfy Gaming are just going to be able to run and take this bot tier 2, and there's really no way that CA Toph is going to be able to defend this. And honestly, they could just keep the push going up. But sort of going back to that Baron fight, I like the engage coming from Comfy CA Toph. It was really clean. It definitely had an opening for them if they had like
Mhm.
say shut down the Aphelios, if they had shut down the Boz. They just weren't able to do that fast enough because it's predominantly burst damage coming out from this CA Toph comp. There's not a lot of DPS. Um, and then the re-engage was just absolutely awful. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. And now Comfy Gaming could just look for another engage because Silas has Malphite ult. That's going to be mid-tier 2, and yeah, I think this is kind of where the game state starts to fall into um it's it's definitely way past the 2k gold lead where if things work out maybe CA Toph can make a comeback. This is now where Comfy Gaming has to make a very severe mistake, like get absolutely
Hmm.
wiped out in a team fight for there to be like really any chance, don't you think?
Yes, I was really interested to see how that Death Bush works out. That's usually a pretty good idea whenever you're ahead. So, what? Hello? Hello?
Oh,
Caitlyn? Hello?
oh,
Pause? Hello? What happened?
um,
Oh no.
that is unfortunate. That one doesn't count. That doesn't count for Caitlyn. Oh
I
man, that
guess
feels
they
so
couldn't
bad.
get the pause off in time. Unfortunate.
No, I feel so bad for Debay about that one because
Yeah.
as someone who has DC'd a lot recently from like things just out of his control, getting killed while
Yeah.
you're DC'd is just never feels
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting to get to the 3 item power spikes for the Aphelios, and this is this is really important because while Comfy Gaming is like comfortably most of their team is at 3 items, CA Toph is reliably sitting at 2 items and components. Like this is where Comfy Gaming wants to pull the trigger on this next couple of objective fights.
Hmm.
This really key soul that's coming up that Toph really wants to contest because otherwise it's just a free cloud soul,
Hmm.
and that's essentially Silas ults being constantly up. Um,
And also
yeah,
lots of speed whenever he ults. Like, and also Olaf ult plus speed plus movement speed is you know, not what you want to go against. Can I
okay, so we
pause?
are going to get a pause so
Can I
that
pause? I need to relog. If you need to pause, just pause. Yeah, what do you mean? Can I pause? Yeah, man, you can pause. You got pause time.
but yeah, Um, this is one. This is definitely not what I was expecting going into this game, but
Right.
I mean, we just are continuing to see that domination week one that I sort of talked about.
Right.
Um, Granted, it was a lot closer. Going into like the 15-minute mark, I think there were definitely a lot of opportunities for CA Toph to work their way back into this game. Uh, as of right now, Comfy Gaming has just kind of run away with it. And just a quick reminder, if we do hit, I see we're at 26 viewers, but if we do hit 50 viewers, there is a 25 RP giveaway bonus for everybody.
This is true.
So maybe tell some of
This
your friends,
this
because
is true. I see it wasn't put in it. I think I told Pixel to put it in the announcement as I was busy. But still not bad. I mean, you know what? It's if we don't hit 50 viewers, then I'm just like, well, I don't have to buy another $25 card. But I do want to hit 50 viewers, of course. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, what? I actually had some food downstairs I was supposed to grab, so I'll be back. If things continue while I'm gone, then you got the cast, and we'll be RB.
yes, sir. Just for everybody to know, um, I'm pretty sure that that RP giveaway is going to be a long-standing incentive just in case we do hit it. We were very close to hitting it earlier in the night. But yeah, we're just waiting for okay, Caitlyn is back. We are going to get this game back underway in just a few seconds, I think. Just waiting for them. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next game's draft because I think CA Toph being as skilled as they are, because we have seen them show a fair bit of skill in this game. They have been able to shut down the Silas. It's not like he's just been uh let just run amok, although it kind of seems that way from the KDA. We saw Talia Jungle get a really nice lead early. But we do have a fight coming out. Uh, that is going to be expertly engaged by the Nami support. But yeah, this is for sure just going to be siege mode. In Defiance a bit caught out there. Malphite going in, but now Silas has the ult again. And yeah, we're just... I really hope... Oh no, Peachy. Oh, Peachy caught out there, and that's going to be a dead for sure. Oh, man. In Defiance, really low. Peachy gets the posthumous kill, but the Boz has gone in. Galio getting the taunts, and Debe able to get a kill onto this Galio, but the Boz is in the base. He is looking for the squishy members of CA Toph because that is all there is left. And Carson blows up Nami. The one shot just out of nowhere. Godlike here. And I mean, the dragon is spawned. This is for sure just a free drag and a free soul for Comfy Gaming. Really in the driver's seat here in this game, as I think their okay, their top lane inhibitor turret is pretty healthy, and so are most of the other turrets. But I mean, okay, we're starting to see CA Toph catch on, but it's too late. This dragon on Aphelios, 200 years of shredding, and he will continue to do the same. We see pings come out onto the Baron pit. Maybe a Baron call soon. That is definitely just next thing to check off the victory win list. But all team members of CA Toph will be up to contest this, and let's see if they can clear out some vision before Comfy Gaming gets too out of hand here. But yeah, I think as it stands right now, split pushing comps are very, very, very difficult to pull off. And I respect CA Top for having the ambition to do that. But I mean, if they're going to play like this, they might as well just go for the all out team fight comp. Because big engage by the boss, that's a dead Peachy. And he is into the back line here. Malphite not going to be a threat. And Carson gonna be able to take him out. That's a dead Talia. The boss is low, but it's just Nami up. And that is the ace. That will be GG, if anything, because I think that CA Toph can just... They're waiting for the minion wave. Aw, teamwork makes the dream work, fellas. Everybody worked hard in this game. Everybody played their comp a lot, very well. In Defiance was really solid in just making sure that this Silas got everything he needed, and that is going to be GG. Comfy Gaming take game 1. And
I see I came back just in time.
yes, you did. It was a very I mean, Comfy Gaming comfily taking game 1 here in this series. Silas with pretty much 23,000 gold. I mean damage. Really, really solid performance there from the boss, flexing his big chained muscles. But yeah, Talia and just all the carries from CA Toph did admirably. They put out lots of damage. It's just they weren't in a comp that really facilitated these fights they wanted to go for. The fights that sort of became necessary as the game dragged on. And Comfy Gaming, with the casual comp that you can see in LCS and other pro leagues, just handily did their business.
Very true, very true. So I guess we kind of saw who won. Comfy Gaming. So I guess there we kind of saw the importance of comp over comfort picks. So we'll see if there is going to be some adjustment going into the second match of the series. So we have to set up the lobby and the pro draft and all that stuff, and we'll be back. I will play some music. Oh, should I do the? I wanted to do brain power with the thing while we were doing the last submission. I was going, you know, if you know that's an old copy pasta. But I think that's what I currently have. So I guess we'll enjoy some brain power while we get the next game started.
Cue the wub wubs.
Automatic lover. Atomic, overdrive, blockbuster, brain power, cocaine. Don't you try, elevator, killer machine. There's no fate. Take control.
here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. All right, but right here, right now, we have the next draft starting. So let me go ahead and try and pull that up correctly this time. I think I did it. Boom. And here we see the draft is gotten up quickly to an Ezreal, Morgana, and Malphite from Team Comfy. And see Etoe banning out the Volibear. That Silas from last game, get rid of that. And the Yumi. And the Aphelios
And
immediately
they're
getting picked up.
Yeah, comfy gaming. Showing a lot of importance to this Aphelios pick, which I think is justified considering despite years of damage. Ooh, Draven! We get it, boys! The League of here. I hope they have primetime Draven. That's my favorite Draven skin so much. Oh, I love Draven. He has a very special place in my heart, and if he gets off to a good enough start, he will just be absolutely decimating fools with each throw of his axes. So we see that the Talia slipped through for CA Toph.
Don't respect it.
Clearly not threatened by that. Comfy Gaming didn't feel the need to ban that out. So uh, but yeah, Um, still a standard ban, pretty much from CA Toph. Still pivoting to make sure that that Silas is kept out of the hands of the boss is what you like to see. Taric gets through though. Uh, I think CA Toph had done some of their research and in sacrificing the Tarek ban for the Silas ban, which I think is justified. They have let through a really interesting champion because of his CC and because of his invulnerability. We'll see how CA Toph responds with a top lane Jax, I believe that is.
Oh,
Okay.
Fishing Frenzy gets his Jax. That's a Jax one trick.
Oh, so we still see some of the comfort bands coming out for or comfort picks coming out from CH Hoff because that for sure is a Talia jungle. And in Defiance gets Olaf once again. A really safe pick, something that a lot of leagues have been putting a lot of priority on for his early game dominance and just his ability to really maintain looking for a word, his influence into the mid to late game. We're jumping into the second rounds of bans here, and we are looking to see what blue side. Okay, so they will take the Annie away from Peachy because that Annie, if things had gone a little bit differently in the laning phase, it could have been a completely different story for how that game played out. I think Comfy Gaming did a really good job in shutting it down last game, but they don't want to. They don't want to like deal with it again, which is understandable. Garen ban coming out from C8 Toph, kind of just making sure that Jax stays protected up in the top lane from the might of Demacia and we will see what Comfy Gaming picks for their last ban. Okay, the Syndra ban.
Ooh, that's smart. I think that was her next go-to.
hmm We have seen a lot of Syndra play so far in the BTL, played to a very high extent actually in the in-houses and in yesterday's games. So Syndra definitely can be a pick that dominates, but the Nami pick coming out again, and I'm not sure if I like that pick considering how many times Nami was caught out last game, but I mean, still reliable CC, and ooh, the Monkey King himself being hovered from the side of Comfy Gaming. I'm pretty sure that's a lock because Wukong is a very solid pick. And yeah, another really solid draft coming out from Comfy Gaming here. Very team fight oriented. Ooh, Vagar in the mid lane. Solid scaling pick. I mean, he farms AP quite literally. So yeah, and we will see the last lock in for CA Toph as we get ready for game 2 of our last series of the split of today. And the Ari lock in. So, Ito, do you know anything about a little more about Peachy, and do you know their the extent of their RE gameplay, if at all?
I do not. I just knew the any part. I could pull it up.
All right. So yeah, we're seeing what I think is still some of the picks coming out from CA Toph. Comfy Gaming sticking to their guns with really pro meta picks, and they have been shown to be able to
Mm.
execute on those picks.
E-
So we
11
are
games on RE is what I see. 11. The
okay.
Syndra ban was very smart. So Annie, they have like 300 games on Annie. They have like 100 games on Syndra, and then everything after that is like 20 games or less. So definitely they took away the fallback champion of Annie. Then they usually pick Syndra, and now Ari is like the third option, but there's not a lot of Ari gameplay. So definitely
Mhm.
pinching on that champion pool that they see coming out of PG in the mid lane. So we'll see how they do.
Yeah, but um, who do we see? So it's the same lineups for
Actually, no.
last game, right?
Top did bring in one of the other players. His main account is banned, so he's playing on one of Alexis's Smurf accounts. You see, all of
Ah,
Alexis's accounts is just Alexis with more S's, except for her main account recently was Level of Shadow. But like we have all of our players submit all of their alt accounts, and for Alexis, she just submits like 6 accounts to me that are just Alexis with different number of S's, and it's hilarious and also really hard to keep track of. But I know for a fact that's one of her Smurf accounts. That
I, I actually like that a lot.
yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
like 5 accounts with like 5 different numbers of S's.
But so I believe the person playing on Alexis's Smurf is named
Ember of
Ember.
Hope, yes. Ember of Hope,
He
yes.
he is on the official roster for CA Toph, so we will see how he performs in this game. I am looking forward to it again. I
He
think
is a
this
Draven
series,
one trick. If you look at his account,
ooh,
Platinum 4 Draven one trick.
very very interesting. Not a champion I think you see a lot of people choose to one trick, mainly because he's
Really?
very
I feel like I see so many Draven one tricks. I feel maybe because
I
I think because they're so famous. If you think of like Tyler One, for example, is like the most famous Draven one trick, and then I
for
know
sure,
quite a
for
few
sure.
Draven one tricks actually.
But like even Tyler One doesn't play Draven that much anymore. I mean, like
I
his
guess
chat
not.
kind of has to
I guess not currently. I guess really it's like by the Nani. What happened?
somebody somebody
Thought it was bans.
he he thought he was banning and he locked in to Leah. The ball is locked into Leah.
But they didn't even ban Talia.
No, I'm pretty sure Talia was banned.
No, Talia
Uh
wasn't banned. I'm looking at the draft right
oh
now.
no. CA Toph picked up Talia and
Hmm.
okay, that's it.
Make
Interesting.
sure you have your band screen up on the other screen as you're actually in draft. Make sure we need these to be the same. There we go. Yumi now the this band
Mm,
right here is Malphite. There you go. And this band right here should be Silas. Okay. Now the boss I think is picking Wukong.
yes, that
Fishy
is
Frenzy is
Wukong.
picking Jax.
So Jax, Wukong,
Peachy I believe
Top.
is playing Ari.
Yes, that should be a mid lane Ari. I would be very
Olaf here.
surprised to see.
Vagar here. They're doing it. All right. Now we have. Why are they picking the Javen? Oh wait, because that's right. That's the Javen player. I thought that was Alexis because I looked. Okay.
Fear is the first of many foes.
So I don't know how well Jax does. Okay, I don't know how well Jax does into Wukong. This is very curious. I'm looking it up right now. So it seems like statistically Jax has a little bit of a favorable matchup in the laning phase, but I do think just in terms of um overall influence on in terms of the game, Wukong definitely has a lot more potential to like just become, if not a carry, more of a supporting role for the carries on the side of Comfy Gaming, which is really nice. Maybe we'll see. somebody else on in Comfy Gaming, maybe America owns all, pop off on this Vigar. So yeah, we are choosing loadouts. We are jumping into the game very shortly.
Yeah, it's very true. Have that little 3 minute delay, and then we will.
So,
Mm.
Ito, what are you eating?
Uh, I have been muted as I've been just chopping down some food. I had some oh god, let's see. I had some fish and some chicken and some like mashed potato thing. I don't even know what to call it. And some beans, but like not beans, not like normal. It's like more like lentil beans. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Solid, getting your protein up.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that. I am skinny as a bone, so I mean, like even if I did eat protein, I would never bulk, sadly. I will never have the gains. Ugh.
I do not have the problem of being super skinny. I am quite, I'm quite the chubby, and I enjoy the food that my father's wife is always making. So she cooked so much today. Actually, I went down and like the entire island was just full of food. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I should eat some of this.
Ah, an island full of food.
If Jax doesn't
Imagine
pop
being
off looking good. Hmm.
oh, Aaron, are you a Jax one trick? Because I don't know. This might be just because I haven't been playing League a lot lately, but I don't see Jax as often as I used to.
Really, we see. I feel like there's like I feel like maybe it may be actually this guy. There's like enough Jax one tricks that come.
Yo!
Oh,
Risen
Risen
just
Esports coming in ready with the party of 89. What's up, guys? Over that Risen. I'm trying to
Oh,
think who is dude, we just keep getting these hosts, these massive hosts. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do know some people over at Risen. I do appreciate them. There's some awesome people. Appreciate the host. I know let's see, who did I know over at Risen that was like a moderator, I think. There was someone over there that used to play in BTL a long time ago. Jim Cantor, actually, yeah. And Upsurge Esports as well. Hello, Upsurge Esports.
what's
How are
up?
you guys? Wait. Was Upsurge Esports live? Wait, I don't. Wait, what's going on? Or were you just watching? Were you in Risen's channel? Appreciate nonetheless. Oh, I clicked on the name now. I can't unclick off of it. I'm just staring at Upsurge's stats.
Just
Was
watching
just
Risen.
watching it. Oh, cool, awesome. Cool. Well, cool to see you guys here as well. Of course, everyone. I think most people here know these two organizations. These are two pretty big organizations in the amateur scene. So love to see them here. Thank you for stopping on by. We still have
Welcome to
58
week
seconds on
one.
this. Yeah, welcome to week 1 of our 9th season, day 3.
hmm
How
I'm
was
I'm
Risen
not
tonight? Go ahead.
I'm not in Defiance, by the way. I know it says that still in the stream title. My name is
Oh,
Jaiga.
oh, yeah.
I-
uh,
In
uh,
Defiance, in Defiance is in game
is
currently.
actually yeah, is actually is actually the jungler on Comfy Gaming right now. This is very true.
But Ito, I think you kind of need to start up that that RP giveaway because we
The
are
second. Oh
sitting.
my God, you're right. I was like, we won't hit 50 viewers today. It's fine. I didn't even have the screen up to go and purchase it. But now you're right. With the host, that does send us about 50. So we will be doing a $25 RP giveaway. And that was like the one way that we would have hit 50 viewers today. I was like, if we get a big host, that's like. I mean, we were like at 30, I think, throughout the night. So
I
I
think
was
you
pretty
should.
confident. But we will be
I think
doing
you should.
that after the game, because we're about to start the game right now. Actually, I can if you guide us on the cast, I can actually set that up on the side while we
Yeah, I can definitely handle the cast.
okay.
Uh, for sure. So we are jumping into game two of this best of three series between Comfy Gaming and CA Toph. Comfy Gaming had a really solid game last time around because they just drafted a really solid team comp that is kind of stock standard, part and parcel with the course, and they are looking to do it again. 2-0 CA Toph. We have been seeing a lot of 2-0 series in this first game, and
Yeah, in this
we're
first weekend,
seeing
yeah, for sure.
well, first game. I'm sorry about that, but we are seeing the Canada all chat. because Etoe is representing Canada, despite not being uh,
It's a good meme.
from Canada at all. It's it. But yeah, hoping that this goes to a game 3 because I would really like to see just some more Pog plays. Very standard team comp lineup coming out here. It looks like Olaf will be starting blue side and pathing down bot, is what I am going to assume. But yeah, sitting in the bushes, waiting for potentially a cheeky invade, but that will not happen. We did see Talia Jungle get a very early first blood on In Defiance's Olaf. We'll see if she's able to snowball that a bit better. We are seeing a much more mixed damage comp from CA Toph this time around in terms of APAD because Draven does a load of damage and yeah, but we're still seeing relatively bursty comps coming out of CA Toph. They're gonna want to go for a split push comp again. Maybe a 4-1 is what I'm feeling. Definitely not the team fight composition I was hoping for, especially coming out of their early stun up in the top lane, but just some quick trades coming out here. The Baw's going in. He's going hard. Will that result in first blood? We see In Defiance. Oh, I think. Oh, both flashes burned on the top laners, and Fishing Frenzy will
Ooh!
escape with his life there. Meanwhile,
Ooh!
Talia comes in looking for.
Oh,
Oh,
such game of inches everywhere. Oh, and the minions. Oh, ah,
oh,
the dive at the
but I
top lane.
think
Oh, what? What's happening? Ah, I
this
can't fix.
is
Oh my goodness gracious, what is actually going on?
In
Wait,
Defiance goes
no,
down
no
there.
one died. Wait,
Oh,
wait, fishing frenzy. He has the we back in the middle lane. Here is a really good E for the Talia, but the Veigar is the dodge master. He's a dodge master and he's living. Oh, and the Q doesn't hit. What is going on? No one is dying. I can't stand it. No one dies. Still no first blood in the mid lane or in the top lane or from the bot lane in that engage.
I mean, we are seeing some really skilled. I mean, it's a combination of skill coming out of both, all the solo laners and jungle synergy. Oh,
Oh, the bot's gonna have to
Fishing
re-engage
Frenzy.
here.
I
Fishing
think he goes
frenzy
down here.
should just get there. It is,
First
and there's the
blood.
first blood. There's the
All
first
right.
blood.
So already changing up the narrative here, CA
Mhm.
Toph is looking for redemption in game 2. Fishing Frenzy on his very comfortable one trick, taking down the boss who was such a monster last game. And yeah, I Wukong is up in CS, but that first blood is gonna really just even out the state. And there's another gank coming out. This Talia is making themselves known in the early game. A lot of damage going on to Carson, who was also doing fantastic on Aphelios. This roster swap for Cia Toph just might work out for them. So I think this could have been a much different story if that gank from In Defiance in the top lane early had not been as like scuffed as it was, because we saw In Defiance kind of go in before his solo laner was ready and take a lot of turret damage, which kind of just eventually negated the whole point of the 2v1. Whereas Talia was just able to really abuse uh, some repeated ganks from mid lane and burnt both summoners out of America Owns All, putting his laner in a very nice position. Just gonna fix my scoreboard a bit because we do have
Yes,
a
yeah,
not
because
very
it was
standard.
not. Yeah, it wasn't because of the misplay, the mispick in the draft. It was not an LCS lineup, unfortunately, which is gonna
Mhm.
suck later for those of us that have to do with trying to keep stats. But oh well.
But yeah, Ember. Oh, very nicely dodging Lord Polk's Q there. That definitely could have been an opportunity for Comfy Gaming, but despite the early kill pressure from uh CA Toph, this game is very, very, very close. Only like 100 gold, maybe even less between the two teams. Just because there is a bit of a CS gap in top lane, as well as a bit of a CS gap in the bot lane, kind of equalizing that gold lead. So, yeah, I'm looking for Draven to hopefully get some. Oh, Talia coming up for another lane gank. Lots of action coming out, but she
Ooh,
will be spotted out by a ward. Okay. But yeah,
thank you for the follow.
Ember showing his muscles on the Draven, keeping uh his axes always primed and ready to go. Let's see if there will be. Okay, no, there won't be a gank mid from Indefiance. But CA Toph looking to start up this dragon. Loveless Shadow. Alexis getting a little low, but will be able to pick this up because there's just no vision for Comfy Gaming here. We saw,
Ooh, sneaky.
yeah, we saw game one play out in almost a similar fashion where Indefiance made a couple misplays early that there definitely isn't as much blood so far, but this definitely is a similar game state that we were looking at. And surprisingly, uh, Comfy Gaming has built up a bit of a 200 gold lead despite the dragon being taken. And Veigar going to be able to bully Ari out of lane. And Fishing Frenzy is a level down here. So, very interesting attempt to engage onto the Boz, because he's 20 CS down. Should kind of be a little more focused on farming there. And I think this will be the opportunity that Indefiance takes to start up the Rift Herald, which again is much similar to how this game one played out. We saw Rift Herald traded for Dragon, and then from that point on, oh, Fishing Frenzy able to chunk out the balls a little bit there. Will force a back. Maybe we'll be able to close the CS gap up, but oh, Indefiance is seen. He gets the but he is
Oh, he
knocked
has
over
to
the
flash
wall.
over the wall to get it. How interesting! What a pretty beautiful wall there by the Talia.
Yeah, forcing out the
Yeah,
summoner,
forcing
but
out the summoner, but he does still get it.
yeah, sadly could not get anything on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, and Peachy in a bit of trouble here. Lovely, Alexis. Oh my! That's a lot of burst coming
Ooh!
out already. Wow. Yeah, that was that's what Vygar does, ladies and
Mm-hmm.
gentlemen. He just presses a button and then your health goes bye-bye. And he's been just absolutely on point with these stuns. Just oh my goodness. Vygar looking to be a bit of a menace in this game. But the gold lead is essentially non-existent. 1-for-1 dragon lead, Rift Herald. We're just farming it up a bit. So Etoe, what do you... Oh, Herald summoned in the mid lane, looking to
Yes.
further abuse this Ahri. Get some gold into America Owns All's pockets. They will be able to save the dragon. I mean, the turret, not the dragon. Dragon doesn't spawn for a while. What am I talking about? But yeah, seeing some bot side wards come out for red side. They are definitely showing a lot of priority to dragons. It will not be an ocean soul this game. I believe it will be either a it's either an earth soul or an infernal soul. And that really works well for CA Toph. They do want I think most they would like an Earth Soul. The Infernal Soul. Oh, TP coming out. There are 4 people bot
Ooh.
side for Comfy Gaming. Not Nami caught out here. That's gonna be a dead fish.
I think that is naughty by nature. Will now be dead
Oh.
by nature.
Yes, sadly. And wolves are up
Hello?
a fair bit.
Hello?
Oh,
Are they gonna kill her?
double
What
kill.
is this? Oh. And the Veigar.
Veigar
America
the-
owns all, getting another kill in the mid lane. When will
Okay,
it be
so-
decided? When will the giveaway be decided? Probably at the end of the stream. In 2020.
That makes sense. Okay, we might see first turret. Okay, no. America owns all this here to put a stop to Fishing Frenzy's nonsense. Oh, but he is very low. This might be a shutdown for Fishing Frenzy, but no, there are
Oh
too
no,
many
don't
minions.
tell me.
Oh, he goes in, but the heal, summoner spells are up.
Oh!
And the BM back.
Oh, no! The bait! The heel bait! America owns all now 3-0 on this Veigar. This Veigar is going to be huge.
Yeah, Veigar is going to be absolutely massive, especially because he also has he's going for the Glacial Augment build. Okay, so I really like this because it gives his sort of run at you team comp, because they don't really have any real hard engage as well. They do have the Lord Polk stun, but they don't have as much hard engage as maybe you would necessarily want. So going this Glacial Augment build, really beneficial for this Olaf, who really wants to slow targets so that he can run at it. Loveless gonna see if he can oh, but America owns all, just able to delete Loveless, and Carson going in, maybe able to 1v2. Yeah, wow, okay. So again, this is exactly what we saw in game 1. They tried to contest the second Drake. Comfy Gaming was looking for a fight. They found it, and they were just able to completely decimate CA Toph. This is where the tables start turning from even to in Comfy Gaming's favor, because their team comp is really team fight oriented. There's really nothing that CA Toph, I don't see a very clear identity in their draft, and if Ari hadn't used her ult there, she would have been dead, for sure. Because
Yeah.
America owns all, does so much damage.
Yeah, he's 4-0.
Aphelios is sitting really nicely at 2-0, and honestly, Wukong isn't as far behind as he seems, even though, yeah, he's down like a non-existent amount of CS, because even though he was shut down early, that doesn't really give Jax a whole lot to work with, even with the first blood. So
Very, very true. I think if you're looking for, if you're a CA Tough, I think you're looking for the Draven and the Jax to really pop off pretty big this game. I think those are going to be your main points of trying to get back into this game, because they're both in pretty relatively strong positions. The Draven is up CS and has his BT. He's feeling pretty nice, but I think Aphelios is it's just the right kind of ADC to deal with Draven. He does all sorts of different types of things. Series score right now, it is 1-0 in favor of Comfy Gaming.
And here comes America owns all. I mean, Draven, even with a BT, you're not going to be able to survive a tactical nuke like a Veigar ult, especially not a 5-0 Veigar ult. So yeah, we do see. Okay, so Jax rushed Bork, which I think he is also then going to go into Triforce, but Peachy. Oh, this might be a bit of a the boss does not go down. America owns all is still alive, and they're just able to clean out Peachy. Peachy has not been allowed 1 inch in this game. But Fishing Frenzy is here to shut down in Defiance on this Olaf. And, you know, I will say this about Indefiance's Olaf. Well, it is definitely a safe pick for him. I don't think it necessarily has the amount of influence. And this is completely just my subjective eye here, so take it with a grain of salt. But we didn't exactly see Indefiance be the face of last game. It's definitely the solo laners and the AD carry who are the threats here. So it really makes sense that Indefiance is on this Olaf duty, really just making sure he can deal as much damage as possible, but also facilitate his team in sort of just securing objectives and trying to bully his enemy jungler to keep them as much of a non-factor as possible. But yeah, we're seeing a 10 CS lead in the mid lane, but that is extremely exacerbated by the 5 kills.
Yeah.
But we do see Jax, if he doesn't get shut down soon, he will definitely be a bit of a monster that Comfy Gaming might have trouble dealing with, because if he goes for a bit of a pseudo tank build, which is definitely called for in this very squishy team comp, because you got Nami, who is not a tank at all. You got Draven, who, while he does survive a lot, he is also not a tank. So, oh, Fishing Frenzy caught out here. He might be dead. America owns all. Yeah. Oh, wow. Not good. This is looking bad and worse for CA Toph, as Comfy Gaming slowly but surely building up a 3k gold lead here. And Peachy, oh, why are you that far
the
up?
Veigar.
And the boss TP's in.
Oh,
That's
no.
a dead Nami again.
No, naughty by nature once again, dead by nature. Oh no.
And this is a real
This is really
concern.
snowballing.
This is a real concern I have for CA Toph, because they are consistently caught out in positions
Alexis?
they don't want to be in.
Alexis is out, easy.
Okay, yeah. But again, like we saw, Nami, like Peachy was way too far up. Like I said last game, your mid 1 tier turret is down. You do not have any protection at all. That is a lot of map pressure coming out for Comfy Gaming just immediately. And now that they have this second Drake, and it will be Fire Soul, actually, this is a great soul for Comfy Gaming, because they have the Aphelios, they have the Veigar. This is a lot of damage coming out from this comp, but if CA Toph doesn't clean up these positioning mistakes, it's just going to be kill after kill after kill. And if they can't stop the bleeding by fixing those positioning, it's just going to be GG once again. And we are seeing the team reset, hopefully going for there are no objectives up on the map. So I think Comfy Gaming can really settle into either a really nice just Nayram, good old tried and true Nayram. Fishing Frenzy going on the offensive. He does have the tier 1 turret down, but Indefiance is rotating it, and America owns all is here soon. Fishing Frenzy gets it, but oh wow, he gets out.
Oh! Oh, he's alive! He lived! Oh,
But
Veigar.
America owns all.
If we
Might
can
be
get
caught out
the
here.
oh, just barely missing the charm is PC, but it does have the other procs of her ultimate. Okay, CA. I really want to say CA Rima, because that's what they were used to be called. But CA Toph making the rotations here and able to save Fishing Frenzy. Fishing Frenzy. I mean, Jax is an incredible late game scaler. It's not impossible for them to get back into the game off of the back of Jax, but we do have the oh god, so many things coming out of the Taric. The Taric able to keep the Veigar alive. The Veigar able to turn that around and kill Fishing Frenzy. Yeah, this Veigar is huge. America owns all. America owns all the damage. Which, you know what? If you think about it, IRL, that's also kind of true if you think about our defense spending. But, you know, America owns all.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh wow. Peachy caught out once again.
No! I was going to have to
Nami
flash
bubble.
out of the cage.
Nami bubble saving Ari's life there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that was a miscommunication play because Jax was fishing for more, ironically considering it's fishing frenzy, but he
Yeah,
was
he was on
fishing
a
for
fishing frenzy. Yeah.
he was looking for that shutdown on America Owns All, which would have really set him up nicely. But the thing is, his team was definitely not in a position to support him doing that. And as soon as he saw the Taric ult come down, I would have just done whatever I needed to do to get out of that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, there was no way that his team was going to be able to rotate fast enough because the ult just came out and he was gone in an instant. And
Yeah.
Rabadon's death cap is purchased on.
Oh, boy.
That
Oh,
is
boy.
one big hat for a very small man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the primary engage. We've seen a lot of primary engages from teams on the back foot look really good. The problem is when they get a little greedy. They go in for too much, and Peachy might be caught out here again. Oh my.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
I mean, I guess you can justify that kind of positioning because oh, big engage onto Talia here, and Fishing Frenzy kind of okay.
Gonna leave that. Okay.
Yeah, just nice disengage, very clean. But yeah, we've seen a lot of teams on the back foot in the BTL cleanly engage, but the problem is they get too greedy and they re-engage, and that's when it really starts to fall apart. And that's what allows for these crazy snowballs to just really pile up like a Nunu W or something. I think that's his W.
In the chat, all these other, I think that's the coach or like the manager of Team Comfy. Some other people on Comfy making lots of Comfy puns. Like, I see she wasn't Comfy in there. Tragic. Hate to see it. Comfy gaming up with lots of Comfy puns. Nice.
But yeah, Comfy Gaming is feeling at home in CA Toph's jungle. They almost catch out both Talia and that's a lot of damage on Peachy. In Defiance is caught out here. Will he go down? No, he won't. Ragnarok comes out. Beautiful stun. TP coming in from the boss. And CA Toph just trying to disengage.
Ooh, the
Fishing
charm lands
Frenzy.
on the Fishing Frenzy in the bot lane, in the back. Fishing does get stunned up here. It's gonna have to be 5. Jax is gonna do a lot of damage, but is probably eventually going to go down. They were able to take down the Wukong, but that is a very strong Aphelios now with the double kill. And now with America Owns All coming through with the damage, is going to show that Draven that how much damage he's doing. Oh my god, just the ultimate, the giant. I forget what he throws in the skin. Is it a slay? I'm not sure. He threw a
Yeah.
giant something at Draven's head though.
He's bad Santa Vigar. It was a big
Yeah.
present.
Oh, it's a big present? Oh, okay.
Yeah, one that was full of coal showing how naughty Draven. But third dragon picked up here for Comfy Gaming. This is gonna be mid lane tier 2 coming down, and honestly, this is just the same story as game 1, just with a different carry. Last time we saw the Boz pop off on Silas. Here we're seeing America Owns All pop off on this Veigar pick, which was definitely facilitated by Indefiance's jungle routing. I mean,
Thank you for the
just
host, Rockify.
oh, thank you, Irockify. But yeah, really solid gameplay coming out from Comfy Gaming. Their comms have been clean. You don't see too many mistakes. I mean, CA Toph has definitely shown that they do have the capabilities to make correct assertions. Oh, Peachy, you don't want that fight. Okay. Yeah. A little scary there. But Yeah, and like it was last game, it's the same thing now. I mean, Etoe just has to go into damage control and hope that somebody Lord Poke caught out here in the jungle, but he will be able to walk away as Jax is split pushing in the bottom lane, but Comfy Gaming threatening the Baron, looking for a fight. But they do have to send somebody to deal with that Jax because that might be tier 2 bot lane. Indefiance is stunned up. Uh-oh. Peachy. Going back in. Bit of a standoff. That's blue team tier 2. And Jax feels confident enough to just go for it. And I think they need to dedicate some more resources to killing that Jax because he's already on the inhibitor turret. That's a very effective split push coming out from Jax. That might be
Very
CA
true.
Toph's gaming, CA Toph's avenue
he's
back
beating,
into the
he's
game.
beating up that tower. Look at that. Boom, boom, bam, bam. Yep, keep beating up that tower.
And
This is what
I mean,
Jack
he's
can
at
do.
the point where he almost
Oh,
solo
oh,
kills the boss.
He does.
Hello?
Jax thinks. Jax thinks.
I think-
Meanwhile, see, oh god, I would say meanwhile CA Top gets to do the Baron, but no, we're just gonna see crazy amounts of. Oh, a good Talia wall there. I still don't think that they could do the Baron.
Oh,
Oh,
Talia gets the shutdown.
okay then. They get the kill
But Carson?
on America Owns All, but yes, there's still a very big Aphelios there to worry
Oh,
about.
the root.
I think
That-
that's going to be a very dead Talia, and that's going to be a double kill going over to Carson on that Aphelios. Now Jax is out of mana, going to have to try and run away from these axes as Olaf keeps throwing them. Will Olaf continue to chase? No, he won't. Jax will just walk out of there. Meanwhile, Jax was able to take an inhibitor. So, I mean, although they did not get the Baron, they did get the inhibitor in the bottom side. There's a lot of strength coming out of this split pushing Jax strategy. So even if the score is 20-9 and they're down, like they can still take a lot of objectives. They could just have this Jax go on the opposite side of the map. That's a pretty easy game plan for them to try to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Let
And I mean,
me in.
the shutdown is gonna feel the shutdown is gonna feel really nice on the Talia, who has been set back a considerable amount of this game. But I just can't help but think you kind of wanted that on the Draven, who has been kind of deprived of his stacks for so long. I mean, no kills this late into the game.
Oh my God, you're right. Jeez. Oh, that sucks. If you're Draven, how many?
For sure.
I mean, how many stacks does Draven currently have? Let's see. 45. Okay, I guess the Draven recently died, but never got to really get a good cash in. That feels really bad if you are Draven. See that the cage is not going to kill anyone this time.
And Draven's DPS is amazing when he's like super far ahead, but the thing is,
But when
that
he's
kind of
not,
attention,
yeah.
yeah, that kind of attention wasn't given to him, so he's kind of abysmal right now. And oh my god!
Oh no. Oh no. Deleted. Oh god, half HP from full health off of just one big RR.
I mean, there's no way that CA Toph is gonna win a fight, but if this Jax is just allowed to push with impunity, as
The boss,
I mean-
the Wukong cannot stop this man. I think they need to realize that. Wukong is not able to stop. He's putting everything. Okay, he needs help. He needs help. All right, they're gonna help him.
oh,
Oh,
and he
is he
gets
out? Is he out? Oh, the escape artist. The escape artist. And hip hop, bam, boom, he's out.
and Lord
There's no
Poke,
way Talia can steal this. Yeah,
Yeah.
She tried, but that is going to be the Infernal Soul going over to Comfy Gaming. And now we're trying to see Loveless Shadow. I'm gonna get out of there somehow. You're running straight towards the big guy. You're so dead. Oh!
Oh wow!
No way! No way! I'm about to say no way! No way! That would have been the most incredible thing. That would have been amazing. Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, Talia can try and be slippery, but an Aphelios who is 9-0. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This Carson has been given Aphelios both games, and both
Yeah.
games he's just silently farmed up, and then once the big fights break out, he's just absolutely gone to town because nobody's been focusing him. So this is going to be a very fast Drake coming out from Comfy Gaming, and they're going to be in the most comfortable position to take game 2. Oh, Peachy, I don't think you want that engage. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't do enough damage quite to delete. So not with that build, not with this type of,
and this Baron is important
not with these
because,
items. Yeah.
yeah, Baron is important because right now that means that Jax can't reliably split push because pretty much every wave is going to be Baron empowered. Or like if Comfy Gaming chooses to go top where they do have a pretty sizable lane,
Mm.
they will just Jax needs to respond to the pushing in this case. He's not
Yeah, he won't
allowed
be able to
to.
just split push. Yeah.
But this is really where uh, CA Toss comp falls apart because they can't reliably fight, and now they can't reliably split push either.
Right. Now he
And
is
now,
going to have to respond to the Wukong top.
mm-hmm. Very solid, very solid. America owns all. Oh, but this might be the boss getting caught out by Alexis and Fishing Frenzy.
Is there an ultimate available
Oh,
for
Tommy caught out,
There is an ultimate available for Chile.
and the boss is dead.
Ooh, yeah. This could be an easy catch out here in the top side.
Wait, he had a shutdown on him? The
I
boss
guess
had a
so.
shutdown on him, and he didn't have any kills. Oh, that's a dead. Oh, Peachy. Went for the assassination. Redemption comes out. That's a double kill. And In Defiance is just going to be able to walk in. One more hook would do it, but oh, gets slain. But Carson and Polk pulling that lane all the way up to the inhibitor. I mean, the base is crumbling. This is a very, very clean series from Comfy Gaming, and CA Toph, both times going for a split pushing comp, just hasn't been able to replicate any of the success they were hoping to find. But regardless, I mean, it is an 8K gold lead, so I think honestly, if Comfy Gaming just wants to group up and like try and force a fight, it could be GG very easily. I mean, the next fight is essentially going to decide it, right, Etoe?
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that.
So we will be looking forward to it. Fishing Frenzy gonna engage on the Lord Polk, but Carson is here. Fishing Frenzy gonna go in. Tark ult comes out, stunned up, and that's a lot of DPS. But oh, nice try, Fishing Frenzy. You survived longer than like probably I could have with an Aphelios and a Taric engaged on me.
That's rough. Losing that, using Fist of Fez is going to be very, very rough for them.
And that was actually a lot of gold going over. I think that was a shutdown going over to Taric. But yeah, now Comfy Gaming settling into siege mode, stopping Talia's back, and
Oh
she's dead.
no.
And this final push will do it, I believe, because nobody on the enemy on CA Toph is strong enough to
Yeah, very true.
I mean, this is essentially everybody who's been progressively dinked throughout the game.
Yeah.
Turret number 1 goes down.
Yeah, it's
The
just going to
double
melt.
kill.
Oh, absolutely melted.
And that will be GG.
That's going to be the 2-0 victory for Comfy Gaming. And there it is. I think that means every single series this
200 years.
weekend. Yeah, I think that means every single series is stay comfy, y'all. Every single series this weekend, I believe, resulted in a 2-0 victory for the person that did end up winning. Let's see if we can look at the damage charts there. Give me a second. Here it is.
35k damage for Veigar
Whew.
in that game. That
Whew.
was
Oh.
dirty.
Yeah,
Dirty.
that's dirty. That's more than like double anyone else in the game, pretty much. That's insane. That's like if you took Jax's damage and added it to Talia's damage. That's the amount of damage that the Veigar did. Absolutely insane. What was I? Very nice. Stay comfy, baby. Stay comfy. Stay comfy. They're on the chat saying to stay comfy. Very nice. And so that will do it for our first week of games. What do you think at the end of week one? So let's see. Let's see if I can make it over to one of these schedules I will be able to see. So that will be, yeah, every single game this weekend was in fact a 2-0. We had our first game of the weekend beating Jace versus Ape Chimps on Friday. Ape Chimps took a solid victory in that, if you remember. NA Uzi going absolutely insane. In the next game, we had Predictive Gaming versus Team Solo Chill. If I remember correctly, who wasn't in what, I can't think who was. I know there was someone in that game that also went pretty insane. If I could just look at the lineup and predict it, gaming real quick. I think that oh yeah, they had Frostbite and Sincere Support in the bot lane. I think Jaw on mid lane did played very well as well. So there was a 2-0 for Predictive Gaming.
Hmm.
And then Dinosaur Club had the 2-0 versus Team Dirt. Earlier today, we saw TF, the Factory Hive Senior, getting the 2-0 versus Mamba Mentality. Very sad for me because that was my team, but it's okay. And then we just saw the 2-0 for Comfy Gaming against CA Top. So yeah, so far every team that won really hard.
Hmm.
That's
And
that's pretty crazy.
and we're definitely seeing a lot of hyper carries come out in week
Hmm.
one. We're
Yes.
seeing definitely some strong players. We're looking for personally looking into next week. I am hoping to see some target bans to each of those people, but they have shown a very wide range of kind of champion pool in their games that I don't think anybody had a repeat champion so far that I know of that they like popped off on consistently. Even Dupus, who I saw somebody say weak MVP, he had two very solid games on two very different AP carries while they
Very
were
true.
both sort of assassins. He just sort of dominated both games. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next week when some of the some more teams go head to head. We
Yeah, and I
start
think
to
some teams
see
are gonna make some adjustments and stuff like that, right?
definitely some roster changes, I think,
Hmm.
are going to be going into next week. But yeah, Ito, I think we do have a. Did you already do the
I
RP
have not.
giveaway?
I have not pulled the giveaway yet. I was waiting for us to finish our analysis and talk about next week. You know, we be starting off next week. That's Friday, July 24th at 7 p.m. EST. We'll be seeing Comfy Gaming take on Jace. I believe Jace took a 2-0 loss, an 0-2 loss to Ape Chimps earlier this week. And Comfy Gaming, well, we just saw Comfy Gaming took a 2-0 victory versus CA Top. So we will see if Comfy Gaming can continue their win streak or if Jace will get their first match win of the season. In fact, their first game win as well. Everyone that lost this week didn't win a single game, so it's all been 2-0s. So you know, we'll see if we maybe we get some 3-game victory series next season. Not next season, next week. It's still the current season. And yeah, let's look
We
at what
just
we
started.
have. Yeah, we just started as a brand new season. We only have 10 entrants on the giveaway so far. Only 14 tickets purchased, if I'm looking at this correctly. So if you would like to enter that giveaway, you can do exclamation point giveaway to see the page. But also, your first ticket is free. So as I mean, like every ticket after that, I believe is it's how many tickets? I think it's 5,000 points per ticket. So I mean, if you don't have that many points, then we can do a raffle real quick as well. If you join the raffle, you have a chance of getting some points. Also, let's see. I think we had a contest running as well for that last game. We had 67% of the bets going towards CA Top, 30% going towards Comfy Gaming. We'll go ahead and choose the winner there. That was Comfy Gaming that won that. So if you took part in that bet and you chose Comfy Gaming, congratulations! You got a few more. So you got a few more points there. But yeah, the first ticket is free. So if you're in the chat and you would like to take part in the giveaway, do exclamation point ticket. You should be able to get the first ticket for free, and then it's 5,000 points for every ticket after that. It's $25 of RP, so there's no reason not to do it. So let's see. How many people do we have joined now? 14 people. So 4 more people have joined since I've been talking. How long should I let it last? Let's see. Should we talk to anyone from that team? In fact, should we talk to Indefiance? In fact, from since he is a caster that's already pretty comfortable with the booth.
Yeah, I think I would like to hear In Defiance's perspective on not only his team's performance in that game, but his performance in that game. And I also just calling out next week. I do think I'm going to make a prediction. I am
Okay.
going to say the game to watch is definitely going to be the 9 p.m. one on Saturday between Dinosaur Club and the Factory Hive Senior. We saw both teams have very convincing 2-0 victories.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to have my eyes on that game, and I'm actually going to be casting that game. So woo!